Ladies and gentlemen, Ash by Elegance.
Yeah.
He's on the phone.
Welcome to
Ash, how are you, baby?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. I am so happy that you're on the program today. A lot of stuff going on with TNA. I mean, there has been nonstop literal action. Literally, the name of the company now shows you its appointment television every Thursday night on Access TV here in the States or here in at least New York area. Everyone's got their eyeballs glued to TNA, and you definitely are a part of it with the...
No, it's all because of me.
Okay.
Obviously. We all know that.
Well, okay, that's what I was getting to, because the Elegance brand is now taking over the company. You keep adding members, and you have a personal concierge, and you're also one half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions. These are all huge accomplishments for you.
Yes. Yeah, we're just trying to do our thing, you know, keeping the world classy one person at a time, staying elegant. You know, they call it TN Ash for Ash by Elegance. So, yeah, they can, you know, definitely all eyes on me. TNA is definitely the place to be and just, you know, growing the brand of Elegance.
Well, I smell a T-shirt that says Total Nonstop Ash. That'd be nice.
Right?
The things that we have coming up, though, because I know that the huge thing coming up, by the way, is Slammiversary here in the New York area, by the way. UBS Arena live Sunday night, July 20th. I will be there with a couple of friends. I got to see if Billy's coming with me, because it is going to be a huge arena, a huge giant pay-per-view. And, of course, with the NXT kind of crossover thing, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to have dream matches that we've never seen before. But I have a feeling that you guys, the Elegance brand, is going to steal the show, because I would imagine that at the UBS Arena, you guys are going to have to put your tag team titles, the Knockouts tag team titles, on the line and be the spotlight showcase stealing team that you are. So who would you want to take on one of the biggest pay-per-views that TNA has put off?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, if you had tuned in about a week ago, you saw the Inspirations crash the party. And
I didn't want to bring up their name.
Elegant.
Yeah.
And I would definitely love to put those titles on the line there. I've had quite the history with the Inspirations from many, many moons ago, many years ago, and seeing where they have come from until where they have now. It would be awesome. I mean, let's face it. I said this before and I'll say it again. Anyone can inspire. You know, they have apps for that. You just click on the app and you get inspired by an inspirational quote. But not everybody can be elegant. Let's face it. It's a process and it takes steps, and it would be very difficult to beat the Elegance brand with, you know, I have all my ducks in a line, all my ducks in a row. The personal concierge knows his place. M by Elegance knows hers. Heather is doing a great job helping me retain those titles. And that's exactly what we're going to do at Slammiversary. And then also, you know, Masha has a huge target on her back.
Of course.
And I would love to take, you know, that title away from Masha. Or if, you know, Killer Kelly prevails, take that title off of Killer Kelly. And I would love the house in the Elegance brand to hold all the titles. I mean, that would be the first time in history a female faction holds all the titles. I think that would be more than elegant.
Of course, and it's not out of the realm of thought that it could happen because of the talent roster that is in the Elegance brand. I mean, you, notwithstanding, you have two other women that are in there that are, I would say, go-getters. They're going to go out there and they're going to steal the show as well. That's why they're part of the Elegance brand. However,
100%.
Do you think that, by the way, because I didn't want to bring up their names, you did, but I'll bring them up, the Inspiration, do you think that the Inspiration came back to TNA because they're seeing what you guys are doing? Because, look, at the end of the day, the most elite female brand right now is the Elegance brand. So, do you think...
100%.
So, did they show up just because you guys are killing it now?
Listen, we're the hottest thing out there right now. NXT, WWE, TNA, wherever, whenever, we are the hottest thing. And if you see, anytime we do a makeover, have a makeover reveal, be victorious in a match, somebody always wants to steal our thunder. Somebody always wants to come and crash the party. And they see how amazing we are doing, and they just want to steal our thunder, and that's not going to happen. We are driven. We are determined. I have two amazing women by my side that are more hungrier than ever. They want to be seen. They want to be, known. And I love working with them because they're go-getters, like you said before. Yeah. They are extremely talented women that want to be seen. And my personal concierge is ready any place, anyhow, like anytime. I'm preparing him. He got body slammed by Jody not too long ago, so we have him in the ring training. When we won those tag titles, exactly, my personal concierge, Iceman, was part of that match, so I need him to be a little more polished in his in-ring ability, so we have him training as well, too. So, it's a month away. We have plenty of time. I had Heather go to Dr. Finkelstein to get her teeth worked on. I have M by Elegance with, amazing skincare specialists. So not only are we going to look the part, but we are going to prove that the Elegance brand is ready any place, anytime.
So would there be because you brought it up, you talked about the TNA, the women's title, the Knockouts title. You talked about it, like, definitely that you're going to be keeping an eye on the Slammiversary Killer Kelly world title match that's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. So when that happens, would you electively hand off one of your titles, your Knockouts title, maybe hand it off to M of the Elegant brand, so that way Heather and M would be the tag team champions, and then you would go in. Who out of the two, Masha Slamovich or Killer Kelly, would you like to take on personally? If you had a choice, because...
this is a...
Yeah, if you had a choice, because they're both, some would say, loco in the cabeza. You're going to have, you have Masha Slamovich, who I've seen have some of the most violent matches I've ever seen. Killer Kelly she's nuts, and she's also by far a technician in the ring. She is not, straight up hardcore. She's, she's got a ground level game. Who does the most elegant one in the Elegance brand, Ash by Elegance, want to take on? If you were to take on the winner, who do you really want to take on?
You know something? They are both very talented in their own way. Killer Kelly just came back on the map. She's hungry. She's motivated. She wants to show up and show out. I personally love Masha, and I've loved watching her. I've studied her a bit more, so I would have to say I would love to go after Masha. I feel like she could bring out a different side of me just like Jordan did. I had probably two of my greatest matches against Jordan. She brought out a side of me that I knew I had inside of me, but I wanted the world to see. And I definitely feel as though Masha can do that as well. Masha is awesome in the ring. She goes any distance, any length to, get the victory. But I definitely think I am hungry. I am passionate. I am determined to bring another title into the Elegance brand. And I would be more than willing to give Em a chance to hold, gold around her waist.
Yeah.
And retain those Knockouts tag team titles with Heather and M. But if I feel like a girl might be fumbling a little bit, I might have to come down to the ring and grab the reins and take that title back as well, too. I can hold both titles and do just fine.
Well, there's no doubt that you're a player coach. You're definitely in the thick of things. And on top of everything else, if you took on Masha Slamovich, I know that they're inside that Elegance is also a rage, a violence that lives deep within the heart of Ash by Elegance, because I've seen you do it. I've seen you unleash that with kendo sticks, with weapons, with other things. So it's not out. There is this animalistic side of you. Now, I have to ask this question because this is a real thing, and I was talking to people before, because later on in the show we have Farrah Abraham coming on, and I wanted to ask her the same question of why there are people that don't like you. Now, the thing is, I've heard through countless interviews that you have taken on that people don't give you not only just the proper respect, but the fact is that they think that a lot of them think that you're just a pretty face because you're so elegant. But you actually are one of the hardest working individuals behind the scenes, that you take the actual sport of professional wrestling very seriously. You're not like some just, oh, I'm pretty, I got nice boobies, look at my face, now let me shake my butt. You're not one of those. You're definitely not a diva. You're definitely a knockout. So why do you think that people kind of overlook you? And now with the brand Elegance, they can't stop. They have to look at you. They're going to pay attention because they have to. But why do you think that there are people still out there that overlook Ash by Elegance?
Because they, haters are my motivators. And like you said, for years, in my career before, I'm a veteran in the game, they don't see the hard work behind closed doors. They only see maybe 5 or 10% of it out in the ring. And I was really never given a fair chance before TNA. They see what they see. They see me going out there and kind of being the laughing stock or being the person that puts over other people, which is fine. I did my role. I did 12 years in WWE, which was great. It gave me the platform. It gave me the opportunity to spread my wings in TNA. And they saw my background. I was a gymnast for 18 years in fitness and bodybuilding, and they just saw a pretty face. But truly, they did not see my hard work behind closed door. They didn't see me training, at the crack of dawn. They didn't see me going and spending my hard-earned money to pay for an open gym here in South Florida, to get in the ring and roll around in South Florida with other wrestlers, to perfect my craft for any time and any place that I was given an opportunity and maybe a chance in WWE. I wanted to take that 24/7 title and make it into something, and that's exactly what I did, and try and be taken seriously. And then, having Tommy Dreamer at my side calling me and say, listen, I know what you're capable of. I know what you can do. Please, come over. Let's explore this, character, and let's change you up and give you a proper chance. I knew that what I had in me is what I wanted to show everybody out there. And if they hate me, they hate me. No big deal. But they're not me, and they don't know what I do every single day, day in, day out, to take the proper steps to become the best female wrestler. I mean, listen, there's younger, prettier, hotter, more talented women out there. It's just how hungry I am that they don't really get to truly see. And I'm 36 years old. When they are 36 years old, I hope that they can do what I'm still doing.
Absolutely.
A lot of times they might not be able to do. And I still have it in me. I'm still driven. I still have some years left under my belt, and I'm ready to give it my all.
Well, number one, you don't look 36. That's number one. Number two, on top of all that, real recognizes real, and that's why Tommy Dreamer, who is also a friend of this program and also hosts Busted Open on Sirius XM on the Fight Nation network here, he is pretty much a guy that knows talent because he got the same treatment. When he was started out in this industry, in the pro wrestling field, he was just the pretty boy that they put in
green tights
and the suspenders and all the BS that he had to deal with, and he was looked at as just a pretty boy. And he was like, oh, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? Until he grabbed the world by the jugular and decided to become the innovator of violence and showcase what he can do. And in other places, you never were given that chance, and I understand that. I'm glad that you're with TNA, and that's why I brought that up, because I'm glad that, because at TNA, there is a difference between, I think, a lot of other wrestling companies, and I'm not poo-pooing WWE, I'm not poo-pooing NXT or anything like that. Other companies don't give people they put them on like a leash, and they don't let them go out there and showcase all their skill, all their ability, everything they have to offer, because you definitely have so much more to offer. I've been to live events for TNA. I've gotten to see you showcase your skills on non-televised things. You definitely have the skill and or ability, and I'm glad that you finally have not only just the elegance, but the chance to showcase that. So thank you for that, Ash.
No, thank you so much for making, bringing that up.
It's the truth,
though. I do feel as though, too, is like, listen, TNA has a stacked roster full of amazing wrestlers and talent. I love the fact that I can come out there, and if you want me to put on a banger of a match, I can, and I will. Again, I was given the opportunity that I love the hardcore weapons matches. I love going through tables. I love, kendo sticks. I love that kind of stuff because nobody would expect it from me. So I go out there and I really pour my heart and soul into that ring. With that being said, if you want an entertainment segment on the show, count me in. I will put smiles. I will make people laugh. I will make children understand that have never watched a day of wrestling in their life be like, oh my God, that Ash by Elegance, I hate her. Look at how obnoxious she is. I will bring entertaining, segments to TNA. So
but that's the job. Yeah, that's the exact job.
Right,
You're trying to get heat.
It's a throwback.
It's a throwback. She's trying to be an annoying son of a bitch. That's why you tune in, because you want to see the heel get beat up and booze, or if you're a fan of the heel, you want to see the heel go over the face. It's basic math, people. And definitely Ash does that every time she's on screen, no matter what she's doing. Now with the whole house of Elegance here, the Elegance brand is definitely it's a bigger thing now. One thing I did want to ask you too, while I have you on the phone, because I did back in your days when you had a different name and a different entrance. I have to ask you this question because you are a gymnast, right? You have that background in your world. When you used to come out and actually do that kind of kick flip in your entrance where you would almost number one, what is that flip called? Number two, how many times did you almost poop your pants doing it? Because every time you came out to the ring, I got scared for you, even though you're that talented, and I knew you were going to freaking nail it. Every time I'm like, one time she's going to hit her head on the stage, and she's go, oh.
No, so number one, it is called an aerial. And number two is it's like riding a bike. When I've been doing it for so long, 18 years, it was just became second nature. But number three, let me add a number three, is when I became the 24/7 champion, and I had a title around my waist. And now that I have the Knockouts tag team title around my waist, it's kind of impossible to do that because I tried it with the title, and the title's so big that it flops up, like it moves up and like hits my face. So there's no possible way because it's heavy, number one. Number two, it's not tight. So it would kind of be a little dangerous. But I love that flip. Maybe I'll bust it out.
I was going to say, you at the arena here in New York, UBS Arena, Slammiversary, I'm thinking you come up, you utilize it in the match. Do an aerial, kick or something. They would not know. That's what I'm saying. Like some kind of offensive move with this beautiful aerial move. That's what I'm saying. Because I know you can, because you are a gymnast.
Where your head's at.
When you hit rarefied air, which yes is a swanton. Let's be honest. However, you hit it differently. It does look differently. It's not a Jeff Hardy move. It's a different move. When you hit rarefied air, it's a different kind of thing because you are a gymnast. Jeff Hardy's just a crazy guy with face paint that jumps off a lot of stuff, and we love him for that. But you have the art form. May I even say the elegance when you hit this move that it does look different. But that's my point. Because you have this gymnastic background, an aerial kick, UBS Arena, Slammiversary, you kick one of the inspiration right in the face. We all go home happy. And you still are the Knockouts Tag Team Champion.
And we are. I love your prediction, and I love that you threw a little aerial into the mix. I might just have to bust it out.
There you go. Also, by the way, Ash by Elegance is not just here because I find her incredibly attractive and I find her an outstanding talent in TNA and the whole Elegance brand. They will be at the UPMC Event Center in Pittsburgh, June 20th through the 21st. So we got to make sure that plug gets in, because if you've never seen Total Nonstop Action Wrestling Live. If you've never gone there, if you've only seen them periodically pop up on NXT on a Tuesday night, or you've only seen it on television, there is a difference when you are live. I can't wait to go to Slammiversary at the UBS Arena. I can't wait to go to that show because I've been to TNA pay-per-views before. This one's going to be on a bigger venue, connecting with the TNA and the NXT worlds that are colliding. You don't know what the hell's going to happen, and especially right here in New York. But the people that live out in Pittsburgh, like Billy's dad, who's out there in Pittsburgh, it's right near the airport. Just so you know, the UPMC Event Center at Robert Morris University, just north of the airport. So if you know where the airport is, you can find the damn arena. You should go.
It's not a long walk.
It's not a long walk. I mean, you might want to take your car, but Ricky's going to walk it. So
they do have parking.
You get there any way you can.
Look, if you have to do an aerial and you keep flipping all the way down there, you get to the damn arena.
All the way there.
Do it.
Let me tell you something. I am going to bring a taste of elegance to Pittsburgh.
Needs it.
Everybody better be there. They're going to get a kiss of elegance. They're going to maybe get an aerial. They're going to see the Elegance brand. They're going to see TN Ash by Elegance. They're going to see it all. They're going to see not only me, but a ton of talented TNA superstars on the roster. It's the place to be. It's the hottest thing out there right now. Like you said, you just never know who's going to show up.
And the show, by the way, it is exactly that. I hate to, and I know that the VP of the company's listening, but I hate to freaking beat a dead horse, but it is exactly that. It is total nonstop action. You're not going to get a lull in the show where you're like, oh, bathroom break. Every match is huge. Every match means something. You're going to see guys and girls doing moves that you've never freaking seen before because, like I said, in other companies, they weren't allowed to do them. But in TNA, they can unleash the beast and show the world what they can do. That's why it's worth it. I cannot wait to see you at Slammiversary. I'm not going to make it out to Pittsburgh, but I'm going to tell you right now, I will make it out to the UBS Arena. And if you want to aerial kick me in the face, I'm there. Okay, I'm just saying, I'll be there.
Perfect.
I don't know where I'm sitting yet, but I'll be there.
Great.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only one half of the Total Nonstop Action Knockouts Tag Team Champions and the head of the House of Elegance, or the Elegance brand, Ash by Elegance.
Yes,
round of applause.
Yes.
Every Thursday night,
Thank
TNA
you.
Wrestling, Access TV, thank you.
And keep doing what you're doing, babe.
Damn right. Show
we at the Ham Radio
so
Show are
much.
proud
I love
of
the
you.
Support.
Show the doubters.
You guys
they
are
kiss their
in
butt.
the House of Elegance.
Damn right.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
finally made it in the house, Billy. I'm in the house.
I
Thank
can't
you.
come in. I break
All right,
mirrors.
guys. Thank you. Have a great night.
You as
too.
well.
You too,
Bye-bye.
buddy. Bye-bye.
Ash by
Bye.
Elegance right there. Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. For more information on everything we talked about, TNAWrestling.com.